afternoon, day 31 of Bama to Baxter, back on the Benton MacKaye Trail. Today it is March 20th. It's around noon, a little after noon. Got dropped off at the trailhead by a shuttle. Yeah, just getting on trail here. I'm only looking to do, it's about 4 miles today. I've got a different challenge this section. I've switched out my shelter to a tarp and bivvy setup. I'm looking forward to trying this thing out. I picked it up back in like November, but to be honest, I have not used it yet. So I'm doing a short day just so I have plenty of time at camp, and I'll probably I'm looking to end like 2 hours early each day until I get the Springer, just to give me extra time to get this thing set up. So yeah, that care package I got from my wife, I really appreciate it. Not only did I get my tarp and bivvy set up, I set my tent to Neil's Gap on the AT, and in my box got a new pair of shoes. Switch back to the Lone Peaks from the Temps. Now a good bit of the road walking is behind me, so yeah, just getting moving here. Careful on that property. Armed patrols. I wonder what's growing there. Kind of liking these lazy days. Stopping for a break beside this little stream here. Got my my dinner cold soaking. Some rice and barbecue pork packets that I found at the Walmart. That pork, barbecue pork's pretty good. Yeah, just enjoying lazy day till I get to camp and then play around with the tarp to get that set up. Big thanks to Slowfoot from Mountain Blaze Arts, man. If you're watching, I really appreciate all the Instagram messages that you've been sending me. Slowfoot through hike the Eastern Continental Trail and many other trails. So all the advice and tips you've been giving me, Slowfoot, man, I really appreciate that. It's always nice to get advice from experienced through hikers that have done these types of trips before, and I'm just fortunate that I've met enough over the past couple years, so it's been a big help. Appreciate that, buddy. Yep, just gonna finish eating here and then get moving up to camp. Only like another 1.5 miles away, and it's still pretty early. Made it to Scaggs Knob, wooded summit. That was a pretty decent climb. That was like 900 feet elevation gain in the past, I think it was like 1.1 miles. So yeah, I think that might be the steepest climb I've had so far on this trip. I definitely got a little breathy, but it was a fun climb. Alright, I think I'm done playing around with this tarp for tonight. So I've tried like 3 different configurations. The normal like A-frame setup, but the wind gusts are supposed to get up to like 17 tonight, and where this area is at, I don't know, it just wasn't quite working too well. So then I tried like a diamond configuration, and I kind of settled on this like tarp tent design, more of a bushcrafty type of design. It helps to block the wind from this side, because the wind's coming up over this hillside, so it's blocking the wind there, and seems to be the best balance for providing the most room on the inside. So we'll see how this goes tonight. I'm not quite sure this is going to be the setup for me for a through hike. I definitely want to get into the tarp camping, but I think for the amount of time that it took me to set it up and just not being used to the tarp configuration, I will probably wind up switching back to my tent, but I'm going to give it a good however long it takes me to get to Neal's Gap. So I guess a good 6-7 days probably. So hope y'all have a good evening. Good morning. Day 32, Bama to Baxter on the Benton MacKaye Trail. It's happy spring. It's March 21st. Just getting moving this morning. Last night the tent or the tarp setup, that worked great. Well, at least once I got it set up, because it did take me a while to get it all set up. Absolutely no condensation. I was worried about the bivy sack if I'd get condensation in that, but that worked really good. Happy with it. Not sure that would have been the best setup if I was expecting rain. So tonight I'm going to try something different. I'm just going to try like a more simple like A-frame style, like with the sides like really close to the ground, because tomorrow night I am expecting some rain, so I want to be prepared for that. Yeah, but so far it's working good. I just need to figure out how I can keep my stuff organized inside better. Just an OCD thing for me. Everything's got to have its place. So I'll work on that tonight too. But today I'm looking to do about 15 miles. I figure I need to do about 15 miles the next 3 days to get to Springer Mountain. So onward we go. AT, I'm coming for you. I'll be there in a couple of days. That Fall Branch Falls area, that was pretty neat. Those waterfalls there. But man, I think I was a little bit of shell shock. That's the most people I've been around even before I started this trip. There was about 50-60 people kind of crammed up in that waterfall area. Apparently I'm back to road walking. About another 4 miles of pounding the pavement. That's a shame. This is I think it's a Toco Riverside restaurant. They even got like a little porch or a pooch patio if you want to bring your dogs to eat with you. Looks like they're not yet open for the season or something. Almost done with this road walk. It's a beautiful day out. You know, it's not too hot. The wind's, it's a little breezy out, so that helps. Some country road walking. This is my kind of place. Bigfoot and black bears all in one spot. Tell you what, this is one road walk I have not minded at all. This is a pretty nice one. It's just a shame that these businesses aren't open yet for the season. There's a tube rental place there to tube down, I guess, this river here. And then there was a general store, and then that restaurant I showed in a previous clip. Looks like they're just not open for summertime business. Pretty cool little neighborhood though. This is cool. Trail Angel hiker box. Looks like there's a little place to put your trash. And then a few things like a hiker, a hiker box where you can, leave stuff if you don't need it, or take stuff if you do. Blanket, gloves, toilet paper, hat, and a little bin of snacks and fruit and all kinds of stuff. So thank you to whoever leaves us here. I'm gonna get rid of some of my trash. Thank you, Shallow Ford Trail Angel, much appreciated. Brawley Mountain Tower, elevation 3,016. They removed the steps so you can't climb up in there, or at least the first 10 feet or so. Made it to camp, or at least where I'm going to set up tonight. There's a big grassy area here. There's a service access road there. It was just shy of like 15 miles today, so I got plenty of time. My goal tonight is just to come up with the tarp setup that I plan to use for like heavy rains and also wind protection. So that's really what I'm doing tonight, and to see how quick I can get this thing set up. Well, this is the what I wound up with for the tarp setup. It's pretty windy coming up over that hill, so I really needed something to kind of block the wind. There's no rain in the forecast tonight, but I think that should do pretty well. I will say I do not think I'm going to stick with this. Part of it's just not being used to it, so it's taken me too long to set this up, but it's also there's a lot of moving parts to it that I'm not kind of used to, so I kind of like having my little home in my tent, and the tent's a very quick setup, like a couple minutes I can get that thing up. I like the breathability of the tarp. Last night I had no condensation issues, but I still got a couple more days to kind of figure out what I'm going to decide here. So I hope you all have a great evening.